Start of the second term, Footscray 4-2, Collingwood 5 points. Footscray kicking to the left of screen. Wind up against Monkhurst. Del Rey, Liberatore, Atkins, Hawkins. Well, they started very well, Footscray. Foster with a long drop punt. Kelly back there. Grant against a couple again. McEwen at the back. Kelly, Terry Wallace, Krasiska stood his ground. Shaw on the up to Turner, who had a lot of kicks in the first quarter. To half forward, Banks in the front spot. Not paid against Keenan. Morwood caught by Hawkins. The tackling for Footscray very good. Good hip and shoulder by Wine there. Perfectly fair. Francis, who didn't get a kick in the first quarter. Shaw. Barwick, who's now on the back line. Long drop punt to the goal square. Dacos. Oh, doesn't he do it well? And kicks the goal. The magician at his top. It's 1-5 to 4-2.
Well, Collingwood have pulled a number of changes. They kicked their first goal. Christian now on at full forward. Manson at centre half forward. Banks now on a flank. Barwick has gone to the back line. He started on that forward line, and Kerrison is now off the ground for Footscray. So they had to pull something. They didn't score a goal in that first quarter, and we just saw their first goal kicked by Dacos. His 66 for the season.
Very, very clever one-handed mark, and then went on with it to pop it through. Collingwood worked hard at that centre then. Footscray tackling particularly hard. His Monkhorst has rucked fairly well. Mullane to Krasiska, to Tony Shaw. The short one is on. Punched the ground. The brilliant Dacos has got it. Kicks at goal and misses on the left-hand side, but he is dangerous. Eccleston did an excellent job in the first quarter. Kept him down to one kick. But just can't let Peter Dacos out of your sight. This is Adrian Campbell. Did well on Manson. He beat Manson, has had Manson shifted, and Christian now playing on him to the half-back line. Scott Wine thumps at the ground. McGuinness against Monkhorst. Keenan Reynolds to Wine. He goes to ground, tapped out. Hawkins taps backwards. Hunter should head for the boundary line. Jamie Turner. Now Doug Hawkins. Mullane backwards to Tony Shaw, then goes to get it himself. He's in front of the Melbourne members. Magnificent smother by Terry Wallace across the boot of Mullane.
That was terrific stuff, and it's good to see the crowd getting involved. They appreciate it. They've put their hands together in applause. That's terrific stuff by Wallace.
Collingwood have won their last 9 against Footscray, who a week ago were in the 5 for the first time. Hawkins' kick didn't go far. Banks, Krasiska, a quick one. Dacos, Foster, Hawkins, some experience there. Club captain on his left boot, Coleman.
Oh, might have played that mark.
Yeah, a bit stiff. Kelly tried to thread it through to Banks. Still Banks, and against Banks. Well, maybe he had control of it.
Well, they are paying those now, Bruce. If you're in control and don't make an attempt, they will deem the player in possession.
There's a player lying over the ball. Del Rey. Oh, cut one across the head. Danny Del Rey punched right across the head then, and still down. And the umpire missed it. There's a handball over the top to Mullane. Mullane sprints towards the forward line. Christian against Campbell. Punched away by Campbell. Doing pretty well. Leon Cameron, a clever hand pass, a long hand pass. Liberatore, Keenan Reynolds, it's hard in there. Atkins to Hawkins, Hawkins to the half-forward line, 3-on-1. Del Rey's got 3 to beat. Kelly appeals for the mark and he takes it at half-back.
Collingwood have lifted their work rate. They're becoming a little bit more physical as well, and Footscray now starting to feel that physical exertion.
Second quarter being played at finals pace. Mullane. Banks, Russell, Dacos.
The advantage of being in front. Now that's the second time the ball's come down, and Eccleston has been caught behind on both occasions. The first time Dacos didn't take the ball. On that occasion he did. It was a missed kick, not a good kick, but the advantage of being in front.
From 45 metres, drop punt. He's timed it superbly. Got the distance easily, but misses. So Dacos with 1-2 and a miss in the first quarter, and Collingwood up to 1-7. So it's 4-2 to 1-7, 8 shots to 6. But Footscray double the score.
Footscray starting to play the huddle.
Adrian Campbell has been excellent today at fullback. Oh, dangerous kick because Krosiska's in front and he takes the mark. They're much better off, I feel, going that long kick right out of defence. But Krosiska has had the 50-metre line all the same. Set it up for his forwards. There's the kick from Krosiska. McGuan and Stephen Wallace at a mark. No, he dropped it. Oh, I thought he'd held it, but it slipped out at the split second, and the umpire right on the scene. Mick McGuan will be kicking himself for missing that.
Actually, it's a real art in what Dacos can do. If Dacos had been in that situation, or if Gary Ablett, they would have taken the ball on a body-on-body situation.
Wind will probably try and punch it through, yes. Eventually it is forced through by one of his teammates for a behind to Collingwood. So scoreboard not looking good for the Magpies. 1 goal, 8-14. They trail Footscray 4-2-26.
Campbell playing only his 3rd game for the season. The 21-year-old gets some distance with that one. Foster the target. Hawkins at the back. Reynolds with a very quick kick. Well, a couple of Footscray players, take your pick. It was Foster. Reynolds, centre square. Drop punt, not a good kick. Hard for Del Rey. Gets some distance in the end because they all miss it. Morwood, good tackle. Good hip and shoulder on Gayfer. Right handball was good to Barwick. Krosiska wide with Atkins. Willett set. Krosiska off the ground. Wine got a very poor bounce. Wallace. Handball good. Cameron. Just a little chip one. Davies, who kicked a very good goal in the first quarter from centre wing.
Darren Davies, the Tasmanian, with the crew cut. In and out of the side this season. Towards the half-forward line. Kelly in front, he and Coleman. They're having a terrific battle there at centre half-forward. Coleman probably in front at the moment, but Kelly putting enormous pressure on him. Coleman and Monkhorst. Monkhorst has got most of the hit-outs today, and he gets it again to McGuan. They're under a lot of pressure. Graham Wright's been beaten by Cameron. McGuinness.
Does hammer the ball on occasions, McGuinness. Too hard at the fellow nearby.
Right.
On that occasion, it was Wallace, and really there was no empathy as far as McGuinness was concerned.
And he's got tons of pace. He could run his 10, McGuinness, and kick at 60 metres. There's Monkhorst again getting it down to McGuan, whose feet. Oh, Atkins intercepted beautifully to the half-forward line, a top mark. A very good mark by the little rover, Brian Royal. Now he's 55 out.
They have a problem with the distance, Peter.
Yes, but they've got some high-marking forwards up there. Grant, Coleman and Del Rey have gone back to the square, Don. Now let's see if he can make the distance. Brian Royal right up in the square. Coleman at the back. It hits the deck. Chance for Grant. Can't pick it up. Thrown to ground. Del Rey trying to get onto the right foot. Hooks back at goal and has missed. Danny Del Rey has kicked a point. Footscray move on to 4-3. Collingwood 1-8.
So 1-2 for Del Rey. 27-14. Footscray winning 4 of their last 6. Beaten comprehensively by West Coast in Perth 9 days ago. And Collingwood on a long string. They've won 9 straight. Their last defeat to Hawthorn at Waverley by 2 points. But they've been set a task today. McEwen's kick, a good one to Mullane. Well, he was the only one that went for it in the end. Chips it to centre wing. Shaw the target. 2 of the very best players for Collingwood this year. They've led by example. Now Gayfer, who's come right up from the pocket. Little left footer. Christian. Campbell with him. Wallace. No free kick. And it'll be a ball up. Gayfer on Wallace.
It's a good effort by Gayfer to run that distance. He's playing up in the back line. Puts a lot of pressure on the forwards when a backman takes off and gets the ball, as De Gayfer did on that occasion.
Wind and Manson, Francis, Eccleston, and Collingwood move it about 15 metres closer to their goal. It's about 25 metres away in the pocket.
Certainly missing Gavin Brown up there today at full forward with his class. There's Wine getting it to Liberatore. Foster having a good day. Had a great year, Foster. Atkins has it punched away from by Barwick. Banks. Quick hand pass. Barwick. Clever hand pass to Tony Shore. He'll try and get onto the left foot. No, he won't. He'll go with short with the right. And he hits Christian right on the chest. Good play by the captain.
Christian played very well 2 weeks ago against Carlton. He was taken off last week against Sydney. Started on interchange bench this week.
Michael Christian. They could do with this one, the Magpies, 45-degree angle. Oh, he's hooked it badly to the left and sneaks it in for a point. Gee, they've missed some chances up there, Collingwood.
At least they're going about it, Peter, in a different way, aren't they? Different fashion, a little bit more committed this quarter.
Well, I think they've been under a lot of pressure all over the ground. Footscray chasing hard and tackling hard everywhere.
Hawkins with a short one from Campbell. Again, another short one to Cameron. So they're chipping away. Now McGuinness provides the lead. Not much percentage in that. That one almost on the fall, but they've been able to, with 4 kicks, get it to half back. McGuinness, one of the best on the ground in the first quarter. Coleman provided the lead. Liberatore always at ground level to Hunter. Left foot kick. Atkins, oh, done beautifully by Barwick with pace and power. Then kicks it to Christian with Campbell with him. And it's out of bounds.
Just looking at Darren Mullane, he's playing on Doug Hawkins. Now, that kick out from Campbell found Hawkins. Mullane was on the opposite side of the ground.
Atkins went for that mark one-handed. That was what cost them possession.
So Manson and Wind. Manson wins this one. McGuinness, who's having a lot of touches. Collingwood being outroved, no question about that. 3 bounces then to Foster. Christian still chasing. Good kick to Hawkins. Very good play by Footscray. They're playing with a lot of confidence. Hawkins on the left foot. Del Rey the target. Kelly. Mullane has to wait for it. Atkins with him. Well, not often Mullane can't barge his way through. Royal on the up. Drop punt, not a good kick. Monker should swallow it, and he does.
Bad kick. Play on, the umpire's called play on. Well, that's holding the ball.
Exactly right.
Because he went to play on Damien Moncourse. The umpire called play on. That's 50-metre penalty as well. Oh, boy. How was that costly? This is going to take Davies into the goal square for an easy goal. The 50-metre penalty, I'm not sure what for. Don, what was that for?
Actually, that should be right on the goal line, because that free kick was given away
at the
inside
line.
50, or just inside 50, and look where he's put him. So the umpire...
I don't think it'll make much difference. Footscray's 5th goal coming up to Davies from 10 metres. He kicks and goals. Costly for Collingwood. Footscray moved on to 5 goals, 3. 33. Collingwood 1-9-15.
Well, he kicked 1 goal last week, actually, Darren Davies, and it was a ripper when he came on against the West Coast. He gave them a little bit of life coming off the bench. He's been in the play, starting off on the ground today, and that's his 2nd goal. And a very easy goal at that, coming after a 50-metre penalty.
33-15. The Bulldogs by 18 points at the MCG. Wind just wins the tap. Royal, Wind again. Turner has to sit and prop, and he does it very well. Chips it to Shaw, this time Russell. At centre half forward, Christian leads. Now Shaw again. Well, the captain's working hard. Francis was very short. We all know Tony Shaw's not the longest kick in the league, but he's 40 metres out.
He should make it from there, though, Bruce.
Drop punt. Good looking kick, just missing. And that's the story for Collingwood today. They're 1 goal 10 and Footscray 5-3.
11 shots to 8. And they trail. Beautiful kick out to Royal. What a Campbell's kicking from fullback is a delight to watch at the moment. And he's not only kicking long, he's kicking to a player. Royal, Coleman, strong mark, and that could have been 50. Silly play by Kelly. He crunched Coleman across the head.
And actual fact, he's going to be reported. The umpire, boundary umpire, going for his book. You see the boundary umpire chasing Kelly.
I don't know whether he's going to report him. I don't think it was reportable. I think he's reported by both umpires. There's Coleman to full forward over the back. A mark to Grant.
No, they've got to bring the ball back. They've got to bring it back.
Oh, Footscray. Grant still thinks he's got the mark, but that ball's going to be brought back because the umpires had spoken to Kelly. Footscray players not happy.
No, the umpire has not blown time on.
That's right.
No, can't happen.
Doug Hawkins not happy with the umpire explaining the rules. Brendan Carlin, he's right. And I think Kelly was reported. There didn't seem to be...
He was reported, Peter, because the boundary umpire definitely was going for his book.
Glenn Coleman from 50 metres kicks it goal. It's not a bad looking drop punt, just to the right, and a point. So Collingwood a little bit lucky there because of that play on the kick. But there's no doubt he was reported. I was just wondering whether Brendan Carlin reported him as well, Don. He spoke to him, certainly. The boundary umpire definitely reported him.
Wigney on for Footscray. Barwick, prodigious kick to bring her back in. Played in the forward line early. Mullane the target. Hawkins at the back. Oh, Mullane, a terrific mark. Russell, run down by Liberatore. Morwood. Strong handball to Krasiska. Sweeping handball to Kelly. Got a bad bounce. Wallace's hip and shoulder was very good and very fair. McGuinness to half forward. Wigney, should have done better. No one around him. He should have taken that one. Panicked a bit, just coming onto the ground. But all those are important. It's 5-4 to 110. And there's a feeling of urgency out there at the moment about Collingwood. Monkhorst.
Well, it's a vital game, Bruce, for Collingwood too, because they lose this, they go off the top of the ladder.
Now, listen, that should be a free kick, surely. Look where he's bowled the ball. Oh, the umpire's just bowling.
He'd blown the time on.
Oh.
But it's at half forward for Footscray, and they are playing well. Collingwood are not playing well. They don't like their style of game today, and it's mainly because of the pressure being put on by Footscray. Their tackling has been terrific. Coleman down to Liberatore and Russell. Russell cleverly gets it out. Hawkins in hard after the ball against Krasiska. Monkhorst goes backwards. Barwick. Whoa! Some hard work in the clashes there. There's McGuinness. Cleverly. Hasn't got the ball eventually over the line, but boy, that ball was a hot potato then, Don.
I was watching Barwick. I thought he might have gone after Liberatore. He was certainly upset by it. He's now going over to pick him up and just chested him.
Gee, I thought Mullane might have spotted it too for a moment. Don Wallace, Atkins, good smother. I reckon it's an important period here because the footy's hard to get. Liberatore, McGuinness, Royal, long way out, drop punt to the goal square. Coleman, Grant, what a mark.
He's a good player, this kid.
Yes, but he was aided by the fact then that Coleman was backing back and set him up. It was good play by Coleman, and he had to sit Grant.
Oh, he is a top player, Grant.
Well, Liberatore started it again with McGuinness. The Rovers are cutting them apart.
They are. Royal, McGuinness, Liberatore, Terry Wallace, all the little blokes.
So Grant from the goal square to kick his second. Drop punt, straight through. 6-4 to 110. 2 to Grant.
I thought they may have overdone the hand pass on that occasion. Morwood nearly cut it off, but just wasn't quite there on time. Very quick handball, quick hands from Footscray, and a long kick by Royal into the goal square, and it was Coleman backing back very, very well, and Grant over the back. Now they've made a change. Kelly's gone on to Grant. Where's McEwen gone to?
Manson's gone to full forward. Now McEwen to full forward now. Well, Lee Matthews is worried. Back to the centre. Wind and Monkhorst. A terrific duel going on there. There's little Liberatore shepherding for Hawkins. Grabbed when he didn't have it. Liberatore again. A quick one. Grant waits at the back. Cleverly done, Chris Grant. Beautiful hand pass. Wigney crashes his way through. 45 metres out. Kicks. And misses. But great play by the full forward, Chris Grant.
Also good play by Wigney to break that tackle. Put himself under a bit of pressure on that occasion, Wigney.
Well, a huge crowd here. Hard to estimate because of the reconstruction work at the MCG. And they're enjoying themselves. It's high excitement. Mullane and Hawkins. Atkins. Wallace.
Bruce, they definitely look for Wigney when kicking out from full... Not Wigney, Mullane, Collingwood, when kicking out from full back.
Mullane just admonished Kelly for that kick and told him you didn't kick it where I led.
We used to do that to Barry Price if he didn't put the laces up right.
Turner having some kicks to half forward. Foster took off early. Reynolds, quick left foot. Russell hasn't been as dominant today. Mullane, centre wing. Centres to Dacos. Bad kick. Eccleston takes it clearly. Just had too much on it for Dacos. Now Liberatore very short. Hawkins at right angles practically. So Footscray have proven today they're prepared to chip it around. I reckon they've gained about 6 metres there in 2 kicks.
Dangerous.
Left foot by Foster's a good one. Coleman the target, Monkhurst. Royal free kick. Must be. It's got to come back.
Tell you what, he made sure the umpire saw it. It was an Academy Award performance, Ryan Royal, but it was there. On to Hawkins. Hawkins to the half-forward line. Wigney and Morwood. Wigney, too strong. Davies, ran into trouble, gets in a hand pass. Terry Wallace hasn't got the pace, but a good tackle. Liberatore taps it back. Shane Morwood, shoveled out of the way. Good play, Morwood. Jamie Turner, on to Graham Wright, a wobbly kick right out to half-forward. Ronnie McEwen, a hand pass. Graham Wright gets away from Atkins, right onto the left foot. Beautiful goal by the wingman. Top goal to Graham Wright. The Magpies fight back. 2:10:22, but they still trail Footscray 6-5-41.
Well, a very impressive play. You can see there McEwen has just been moved from full-back to full-forward. He led Grant on that occasion, and it was Wright who kicked the ball down initially in the direction of McEwen, then followed up very, very well. Although it was an untidy-looking left foot kick by Wright, nonetheless, it was very effective.
19 points of difference. 2:10 to 6-5. Right with Collingwood's second goal. Russell. This is where Footscray have been winning it. In the trenches. Shaw to Krasiska to Monkhurst. Had some time. Drop punt. Dacos on a lead. But a splendid mark by Foster.
No, what a great mark by Foster.
He played on. Campbell waits. Quick hands. Eccleston. Campbell the 1-2. Then a quick kick. A floater. Didn't time it. And Christian has been switched to defence. Centre half back on Coleman takes the mark. Turner playing a sweeping role. Krasiska can attack the goal square. Drop punt. McEwen the target. And he's got it, Ronnie.
Well, he had to sit that time, McEwen. We've seen it at the other end of the ground when Grant has had to sit. Exactly the same situation. Although Campbell was in front of McEwen, he just judged it better. Campbell endeavouring to run back to spoil or put pressure on McEwen, lost sight of the ball, and an easy mark to Ron McEwen.
And it should be an easy goal, and it is. 3-10 Collingwood, 6-5 Footscray.
Well, they've done that on a number of occasions, Footscray of Collingwood, shifting McEwen from the full back position down to full forward, and it usually does work because McEwen is a very quick lead. He's very strong, and I don't think he's really been beaten by Graham.
He's kicked 14 goals this season, McEwen.
In
So
fact,
he's been able to go up forward and kick goals.
That's where I'd play him, Bruce McEwen, all the time.
Oh, he's done well at full back, Peter, this year.
Oh, yeah, the full forward's
No,
more. Full forward, you can get a full back from anywhere, Don, but full forward, hard to get, and Collingwood need one. There is centre of the ground. Krasiska smothered off the boot. Collingwood have really steady. Morwood goes to ground. A loose ball should favour Footscray. It does with a hand pass and too high. Terry Wallace. Off he goes. Kicks to the pocket. He's got a loose man. I think it's Wigney. It is. So loose checking that. He should centre this.
Oh,
he does. He's kicked it high. Davies has marked. Bad checking by Collingwood.
Very loose play. Very loose play.
Now he's on a slight angle. It won't be an easy kick. He could sneak out a little bit and just open up the goals. Darren Davies. Vital kick, this one. Davies kicks and another poster. Three times in this match Footscray has hit the post, and that is rotten luck. Footscray 6-6. Collingwood 3-10.
So Barwick to bring it back in. Drop punt. Christian the target. At the back, Collingwood who's come on. Kelly caught. Well, they're hunting in numbers now, Footscray.
Gee, their little men are good, Bruce.
Very good. They're quick and they're strong. .6 minutes remaining in the first half. Coleman, Monkhurst. Collingwood tries to barge his way through, so does Wallace. Still Collingwood. No free kick. Richardson got it out to right. McGuan has been a bit quiet.
Oh, well, chopped out.
Yes, Wallace did well. That was Steve Wallace to centre half forward. Gaffer, Turner, they both miss it. Davies again, round his body. Grant goal, another one. And the Doggies are on fire. 7-6 to 3-10.
Gee, there were a few signs there that weren't good as far as Collingwood was concerned. The way Wallace was, I think it was that on that centre wing that went in and chopped the ball out. And then there was a degree of fumbling by a number of Collingwood players at the centre half forward position, and it finishes up with Grant. A few worrying signs, Collingwood. They'll be hoping for that bell.
Back to the centre. 48 plays 28. 20 points the margin. 5.5 minutes of play left in this quarter. That's McGuinness to the half forward line. Mullane playing on Hawkins, nearly slipped over. The short kick to centre wing. Strong work by Mark Hunter. Jamie Turner was set up for that one.
It's good effort by Turner because he kept going. He knew he was going to be clobbered. And they're going to make a change, I think.
Yes, I think McGuan and Turner are being spoken to. Wind against Monkhorst. Hawkins cleverly to McGuinness. Onto the right foot, McGuinness. Coleman. Well, a lot of players are slipping over today on this uneven surface. Hand pass. Atkins on the right foot. Oh, Mark coming up to Davies. You could see his name was written all over that.
Gee, that's a second mark, Peter. He's taken under a lot of pressure.
Well, he's kicked 2 goals and he's created all sorts of problems for Michael Gaffer.
Can he kick the distance?
Oh, no doubt about the distance. I wouldn't think. He's kicked 2, and this would be a real nail in the coffin for Collingwood if he kicks this, Davies. 40 metres out. He kicks. It's floating. I think it's through. It's another one. 3 goals to Darren Davies, and Footscray really playing top football.
I was glad to see McGuinness get the ball on centre wing there and kick the ball instead of looking for the hand pass. If they can get it down there quickly, they'll reap the benefit. But a great mark by Davies because he's under a lot of pressure. But the beauty of Davies is he's prepared to play in front. The ball's dropping and he's prepared to hold his ground as well. Getting away from Gaffer.
8-6 to 3-10. 4.5 minutes remaining. Liberatore from Wine. Grant on the lead. Or Coleman and Grant run into each other. No talking.
Grant's down.
Cameron, Coleman, let's hope Grant's all right. Christian. Cameron tries to go off the ground. Barwick. Cameron keeps it in. Liberatore, what a game he's playing. Quick left for Davies. Gaffer does well. Free kick down the ground. Against Collingwood to Davies.
Usually that's a sign. When we see that before where Coleman and Grant both crashing into one another, that's a sign, a good sign, because both players are only interested in the ball and they're not worrying about what's coming. A lot of people say, oh yes, there's no cohesion, no talking, but I don't agree. I agree, I think, and I know that it is a good sign as far as the football team is concerned.
Davies, the 24-year-old from North Hobart, the drop punt. Is it his 4th? It looks like he's just missed. So 3-2 to Davies. Now Chris Grant at centre half forward at the moment. Let's hope he's all right. It's absolutely vital that he can go on. He's kicked 3 goals. But I don't know about you, Pete. I reckon Liberatore's a man who really sparks them up, doesn't he?
He's nearly best man on the ground at the moment, Liberatore. Here's Coleman at the back going for the punch away. There's little Liberatore again. Fantastic play to Wigney. Wigney on the left foot. Shrugs the tackle. Tries to get in a hand pass. Umpire calls play on and too high. The tackle
should have been pinged earlier, Wigney.
Yes,
he had the opportunity to get rid of it, but tried to crash and take people on.
Shane Morwood. Just under 3 minutes of play left in the second quarter. Mullane. He and Doug Hawkins are great mates. Doug Hawkins ran over the mark.
Yes, but Hawkins was trying to punch the ball out.
50-metre penalty, centre wing, Darren Mullane. Now he's going to the half-forward line. See if they can punch it away. They do, that Footscray defence. Scott Russell can't pick it up. Keenan Reynolds in hard after the ball. McEwen cleverly to Banks. Good play. Richardson going round in circles. Now he hooks it back to the forward pocket. Dacos, 2 men to beat. Good mark to Hunter, goes across goal, and they get out of trouble. Coming away with it is Adrian Campbell. Very impressive display.
Footscray with confidence. Campbell to Wigney. He picked him out and hit him on the chest.
Manson now on the ball for Collingwood.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. Grant the target. Kelly at the front. Free kick against Grant in the back. Good decision right there. So Kelly from the 50-metre line. It's 3:10 to 8-7. Footscray in front. Goes short to Turner. Well, Collingwood looked to have his eye on the ball, but Turner's free kick. Handball to right. Collingwood try to set it up. Bangs it to centre-half forward. Wine should take it, and he does.
McEwen, sorry, Bruce, but McEwen now at centre-half forward and Monkhurst at full forward for Collingwood.
Well, Lee Matthews doing a Kevin Sheedy today. Sheedy in the mid-80s throwing them around like that. Right, left foot.
Two Collingwood players contested against each other.
And then Wright panicked a bit because the kick wasn't good. Eccleston looks for Coleman. What an improved player he is. Liberatore, who's been wonderful today. Left foot, Grant on the lead, 2 against him. Moore chips in, was he off? No.
Ooh,
it was close.
Very, very close.
I think he really was about to go. Now he's gone wide to Christian. Forward that was to Christian and Tony Shaw. We haven't seen a lot of Tony Shaw. Mullane, short. Krasiska couldn't pick it up. Stephen Wallace back to Keenan Reynolds, a much improved player. Beautiful pass. Terry Wallace. They've got 50 seconds in which to score here. McGuinness to Collingwood. Let's see if he can pick it up. He's got it at half forward. Collingwood round the corner. Kelly allows it to bounce and beat him over the line at half forward at the 50-metre line. Time clock ticking down to almost 30 seconds of play left in this second quarter.
Coleman and Manson to do the ruck work. 55 to 28. Coleman takes it in the front spot. Liberatore, Russell, and the umpire will take it. 45 metres out. Footscray attacking. Time ticking away. We're down to 10 seconds. Manson takes off early. Coleman. Barwick with a long one. Didn't time it all that well. A difficult one. Good mark by Turner. Siren about to go, and it does go. So at half-time, in a brilliant first half of football, Footscray 8-7-55 have put it to Collingwood in no uncertain terms. It's Collingwood 3-10-28.